Welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show. In each episode, it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling almost anything on Amazon. And now, your hosts of the show, Stephen and Rebecca Smotherman.
Welcome to episode number 247 of the Full-Time FBA Show. Today, we're going to be talking about the only thing better than higher profits. And to talk about that with me, with you, is my wife, Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca?
Doing good. Really excited about this topic because when I saw that this was the discussion we were going to be having today, I thought, what on earth is he going to say is better than higher profits? I can't think of anything better, so I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and we'll totally break it down in this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show today.
When it comes to selling on Amazon, we all want to make money, but can it actually be true that there's something even better than higher profits that needs to be our goal? Yes, 100%, absolutely. That double underlined 100 emoji. Obviously, in most situations, higher profits are good. But there's something even better that we need to have as our target to aim for. Stephen, let's not leave our listeners hanging any further. What is better than higher profits?
What's better than higher profits? Yeah, I know. I wrote this, and I'm totally asking you to ask me this question. But anyway, after selling on Amazon and making a full-time income on Amazon for over 10 years and coaching people to help people make Amazon their source of full-time income for over 10 years, I can say with 100% confidence that the goal of Amazon should not be higher profits, but faster profits, meaning having an Amazon inventory where your products are flying off the shelves at super fast speeds. And what makes your inventory sell fastest? Well, being one of the lowest priced offers compared to your competition. And this is a huge mind shift sometimes, because I would take faster profits in almost every situation all day long if I'm able to have faster sales instead of higher profits. And we'll break it down. What's all involved here, why this actually might be better for you, and might actually, yeah, I totally said that, and might actually help you break through towards making a full-time income selling on Amazon with this tweak of your sourcing goals.
Okay, so explain this to all our listeners. How is making less profits better than making higher profits? How does making $15 in profit on a sale mathematically better than making $20 in profit on a sale? That just doesn't add up. That doesn't math for me.
You're right. The math is not mathing very well, and that's because there's more to consider. There's a little more math to actually put into the equation, but there's more to think about than just about how much you're going to make, than just how much money you're going to make on the eventual sale. Yes, on the surface, $20 in profits sounds better than $15 in profits. But what if I told you that in this example, if you price your item at $15, you could possibly sell in about a week or two, but the same item priced higher at $20 could possibly take 3 to sometimes 10 times as long for you to sell that same item. And some of you might be listening thinking, Stephen, I don't mind waiting 3 to 6 months or longer to sell my inventory. And honestly, that's the reason why you're not making more money on Amazon if you have that mindset.
Okay, so faster sales are almost always better than higher profits. And one huge reason is that the faster you sell your inventory, the faster you can reinvest your profits into more fast-selling inventory. When it takes our inventory months to sell on Amazon, that means that our sourcing capital is locked up in that inventory. And I don't use that sourcing capital to buy more inventory to send to Amazon. Again, the faster we sell our inventory, the faster we can reinvest that sourcing capital into even more faster selling inventory. And that's the basic understanding of snowballing your profits. We talked about that snowball effect when it comes to your profits back in episode 151 of the Full-Time FBA Show, when we talked about growing a Q4 snowball thanks to the faster sales we get in that final 3 months of the year, also known as Q4. But the same snowballing of profits is true year-round with focusing on faster sales over higher profits.
Exactly. In fact, it's kind of funny because when you focus on faster sales, and that's your main focus, you're actually going to make more money in the long run over when you are trying to focus on making higher profits. Another reason we make more money focusing on faster sales over higher profits is that sometimes we can forget how often we forget that our ROI is getting wasted away on paying warehouse storage fees for every month of our inventory that's not selling. So if you're hoping to make more money on Amazon pricing higher, you might not even be making more money at a higher price because you're potentially paying month after month in storage fees, which actually increase even more after 6 months and basically quadruple during Q4. So again, your goal needs to be faster sales over higher profits.
And I just want to be clear that the strategy that we're talking about doesn't mean selling your inventory at ridiculously low prices. So obviously we want to make money selling on Amazon, but that doesn't mean that you just price everything super cheap. Instead, it means keeping a watchful eye on the prices of your inventory to make sure that your prices are always competitive with the competitive sellers, your competition on Amazon. And most Amazon sellers who are not yet making a full-time income through Amazon, they usually follow the strategy of matching the current buy box when it comes to their pricing, but then they never again revisit those prices or look at the prices of their inventory's competition. And that is a huge problem that has a simple solution. You might be thinking, Rebecca, I have too many items in my inventory to be keeping track of their prices all the time. And you are correct. That's why we use and promote the automatic repricer tool called Be Cool. And with Be Cool, our prices are almost always competitively priced. That means Be Cool will lower our prices if necessary to stay competitive to win that buy box. Be Cool will also raise our prices if our prices are too low in order to remain competitively priced. So that we'll be priced as high as possible while still earning time in the buy box. Remember that buy box is that little box in the upper right corner of an Amazon product page, and it's where the customer can click either add to cart or buy now. And that's where over 80% of all sales on Amazon come from customers clicking in that buy box. So you want your items to stay in that buy box as much as possible.
Right. I mean, more buy box time equals faster sales. And so it needs to be your goal to have the buy box as much as possible, and Be Cool combined with the right personalized repricer rules can help you accomplish this. You know, if you want to try out Be Cool, they have a 7-day free trial. You can find out more about that. fulltimefba.com/Be Cool, spelled BQOOL, because creative spelling is always fun. And then if you want to get our own personal repricing rules that we actually use to sell our items faster, you can go to fulltimefba.com/contact. Right after you sign up for Be Cool, and let us know that you signed up for Be Cool and ask us for our repricing rules. Our assistant will send these rules to you along with simple steps to set it all up. And once you activate Be Cool, again, along with our specialized repricing rules, your inventory will always be competitively priced. And your inventory will sell faster at the highest possible price. But won't be priced too high so that your sales slow down, and won't be priced too low because you're going to have a minimum price that you are willing to have it lowered to, so you can make sure you're still making money and your prices are not, and your profits are not just wasting away because you're lowering your prices. Remember, faster sales needs to be the goal, and using Be Cool with our repricer rules, that can help you accomplish that goal. Now, there's a few exceptions that might cause you to want to raise your price super high, and times you might think it's okay with waiting a long time to get the sale, but that's really on a seller-by-seller, case-by-case situation. 99.9% of the time, you want to always be priced competitively so your items can sell the fastest.
One other really huge reason to focus more on faster sales over higher profits is when it comes to focusing on selling replens. That's what you're looking for. So you've heard us say before that one of the keys to making a full-time income selling on Amazon is to mostly focus on selling replens rather than sourcing those one-off items. Items that you can only find one of. Those are nice to sell, but you can only sell one of them. These are items that you'll find at garage sales, thrift stores, and sometimes on clearance aisles at retail stores. But those replens open the door to consistent profits over time. When you're sourcing replens, you're potentially sourcing many multiples of the same item. You're confident that you'll sell those multiples, so you might source a specific item and buy 5 of that item to sell on Amazon, or 10 or 20, whatever multiple of that makes the most sense for you to sell on Amazon. This is called going deep on a purchase. And when you go deep on a purchase, you have even more reason to make sure you're selling your items as fast as possible. So the more you have in stock, the more your storage fees are going to be, and the more likelihood new competition will come into stock. So it's best to sell your inventory as fast as possible before things go downhill. I don't want you to worry, though, that things will always go downhill. That makes it sound like dramatic. So it's better to sell faster so that if the prices tank or new competition comes in, you're able to sell out faster without having too many in stock at Amazon.
Yeah, and too many of them not selling because you are not keeping your prices competitive. And that's just, we don't want to waste time or money. We want to make some money. So that's what we're telling you. So to best deal with this situation, here's what we do with our replens. We basically only send in a 30 to 60 day supply of inventory per replen. We look at the math, we look at keepagraphs, we look at all the information, we look at the number of competitors that we're competitively priced against, and then we figure out what is the number that would be a 30-day supply or a 60-day supply. We don't send in any more than that. And only when we start to sell out of our inventory do we finally restock our replens. This keeps us going too deep on a buy. It helps us restock our replens if we start to sell out faster than our expected 30 to 60 day supply than we originally sent into Amazon. Again, there's so many reasons to focus more on faster sales over higher profits. And in the end, you're going to make more money in the long run.
So if you're wanting to learn more about sourcing replens, then check out our course, The Reseller's Guide to Replenishables. Find profitable Amazon inventory to sell again and again. You can find that at fulltimefba.com/replens. Or if you need more hands-on help, you can join our full-time FBA coaching program, and we'll both show you and walk you through the process of sourcing replens, as well as many other skills that you need to make a full-time income selling on Amazon. You can join our coaching program today at fulltimefba.com/coaching. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. You can find the show notes and any links that were mentioned in this episode at fulltimefba.com/247, because this is episode number 247.
And next week on the show, we're going to tell you 3 things no one else is going to tell you about growing a successful Amazon FBA business. And we'll explain it all on next week's episode of the Full-Time FBA Show.
That's all for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. So head over to fulltimefba.com/podcast, where you'll find the show notes and links from this episode. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter, where you'll get several free downloads of our popular and helpful Amazon FBA resources. Now, take action on what you've learned today, so you can find success at turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA.